We are underway. Chicago wearing the black uniforms, Minnesota with the white uniforms this afternoon. Also Executive of the Year, and she thinks her bench is even better this year than last year. And off the bounce, including winning a title as an assistant with the Toronto Raptors.
Tyler Marsh has done a real nice job of bringing this team along. They struggled to start early, but you're seeing things come together.
Took it right to Cardozo.
And that's where she has an advantage. She has the foot speed advantage and the mobility against Cardozo.
Williams, nice bounce pass in the finish to Smith, who drew the foul.
Chicago showing good discipline early, looking to get the ball to Cardozo, using that matchup advantage.
Atkins able to step through a pair of defenders.
Little lefty floater.
In her last 3 games, K-Mac had hit just 25% from distance. And there's Reese getting it done and has a chance for the 3-point play.
Now, she said, I'd be remiss if I didn't also mention that our connection off the floor is prioritized. They have barbecues, dinner nights, and of course, we've seen them in their post-game line dances as well.
More than twice as many points off the bench than when she starts. Nice punch for them. Collier with a little ball fake in the finish.
Yeah, beautiful. Calls her own number. Calls her own number. Quarterback keeper, Nafisa Collier, takes it the length of the court.
But Chicago doesn't take long. Coming back to play for Minnesota.
Part of that bench mob that you discussed earlier, Pam. This is a really good bench team. And Angel Reese.
Nurse decides to reverse it. Bantam, after a lot of touches, Heidemann snaps the 8-0 Chicago run. Now Reese takes the jump shot.
She has had to do that quite a few times in this tough stretch of the schedule.
Bantam buries it. Her second 3 from the same spot. Shepard rolled, waited to rid herself of 2 defenders. Good patience. Final seconds in Game 5 of the finals. We see a lot of reserves out there now to start the second. Miller, how about 2 in a row for her? 18 paint points so far. Elizabeth Williams, little no-look pass to Ariel Atkins. How about that for E-Will? Atkins, the crafty lefty.
That's a tough bucket. I am surprised at the lack of resistance defensively from Minnesota early in this game.
Collier took a little contact, spun, and got the basket to break the Reese's outstretched arm. And Angel running the court well. Gets it from Onyenwere. Couple of me-bounds later.
The WNBA in rebounding, just outstanding.
Smith, that's one of her sweet spots on the floor. Just went and got it. Angel Gray, what do you have?
Well, you're already talking about Rebecca Brunson being a legend in this game. Well, I'll take it to another legend who is here, Lisa Leslie.
Nurse, spots. Knocked around. How about that? Cardozo just kind of knocked it around until she could gather it and put it in.
Was able to get a second chance opportunity.
Carlton this time takes it to the rim for the basket. And then Ariel Atkins got a hand on it as Smith tried to drive to the basket. And Atkins just said, Collier gets it back from Williams and then has to get creative. Teammates. Yeah, only Asia Wilson averaging more blocks per game. And that's nice. Atkins with the delivery.
On the shots in this first half. I know that Cheryl said that she didn't particularly love their offense. Some of the patience and the motion of their offense we haven't seen. But what we have seen, there's still a whole half of basketball to play.
Williams hits the 3. Collier now guarding Williams with Reese out of the game. And she took it right in. Time now for a decent shot for Chicago. Atkins has been brilliant. Why not? Perfect way to end a great half for the Sky and Ariel Atkins. Second game back from the AmeriCup competition. Boy, Ariel Atkins is having herself an afternoon. 9 of 11 from the floor.
Something like that.
Imagine
yeah.
a 100%.
Yeah, 40%. Yep, I wrote it down, Pam.
McBride with her second three, first one in a long time. Atkins was such a key component for Washington, and she's red hot. Job so far in this one.
We should also note Chicago's taking care of the ball, only 7 turnovers. Nice kiss off the glass from Alana Smith.
Reese couldn't control the rebound, and that resulted in a 3-pointer.
For Minnesota, going back to the Commissioner's Cup, where Indiana had a lot more time to rest coming into that game than the Lynx did. Okay, so since you're part Canadian, Pam, we're going to congratulate the United States for winning the gold.
That was awesome.
Okay, let's back up.
Here's K-Mac for 2.
Chicago's movement in their space.
Yeah, definitely a clean block for Collier, but they score on the inbounds. Angel Reese a couple rebounds away from a double-double. Cardoso already has one for Chicago. Collier, great look, and it's spun in. Williams with the pull-up and knocks it down. Kia Nurse chased it down.
Great hustle by Nurse.
Ewell finishes with the left hand.
The confidence.
Courtney Williams starting to feel it a little bit now.
Yeah, and she's going at Rachel Banham there. Yeah, what we've talked about is Chicago learning how to win. They've been playing better, but now that has to turn into actual W's in the win column. And what a move by Nafisa Collier. And notice that was one and done. If Minnesota wants to win this game, they have to keep Chicago off the offensive glass.
Collier was calling for the ball and hit it. Controlled by Atkins. And Nwede worked herself free. You see the turnovers are up here in the second half for Chicago. They scored 57 points in the first half on a 5-0 run right now. Minnesota be at American Airlines Arena where the Mavericks and the Dallas Stars play. Collier, oh man, and some emotion. Trying to duplicate that. Shot clock winding down. Atkins realizes, throws it up. Hits it. Ariel Atkins. Courtney Williams elevates over Onion Nwede. That's a tough one. Shot clock winding down. Banham's floater finds the bottom of the net. Huge bucket. Their 7th win of the year and their first win against a team with a winning record. They led from start to finish and come away with an 87-81 victory.